We'll talk to a Pike County woman who lost her brother in the flood, and we'll learn how businesses are benefiting from a program by the Southeast Kentucky Chamber. I'm Nick Collum, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. While much of the news coverage of the flood has focused on the damage caused and the recovery effort, the sad reality is that the storm killed 24 Kentuckians, forever changing the lives of those who knew and loved them. The death toll includes several from our area, including Pike County's Gary Damron. Sheldon and I went to speak with his sister today about how she is coping with the loss.
No matter who asked for help, he never turned them down.
We're here today talking with Janice Rowe, whose brother Gary Damron passed away during February's flooding, to see how she's been handling it and how she's been doing with the tragedy.
Janice Rowe hasn't slept well or eaten very much since February 16th. That's when she received a call telling her that her brother Gary Damron had perished attempting to cross floodwaters at Grapevine in Pike County.
Tanisha, my granddaughter called me on the 16th. I don't know what time it was. I know I was standing in front of Bubby's chair, and the phone rang, and I was hoping it was Bubby, but it was Tanisha, and she was crying, and she said, "Mama, they found Bubby."
Lord mercy.
I just sunk down and started screaming, "No, not my Bubby, not my Bubby, no, no." I can still hear it today.
Damron was caught in floodwaters after he dropped off his nephew at his home and began the trip back. Rose's last phone conversation with her brother was just minutes before he made the fatal attempt. There was something special about that last call, she says.
He got them home safely, and he was on his way home. I kept calling and calling and calling and calling. I kept waiting. And he called me. He said, "I'm going to try to make it across Grapevine. I love you." Last words I ever heard my brother speak.
Those are good words to hear.
The only time he ever said it, he would always say, "I'll be back in a few minutes, couple of hours. Be back after a while. I'm going to take Princess to the lake, get her a treat."
Right.
But never once did he ever tell me bye until that night.
But she has a loved one who now helps her deal with the tragedy day to day, her brother's dog Princess, who was with Damron when he passed away in his truck on the 15th.
And when there was a lady in front of Zach went out hunting for him, and they found the truck. Bub was in the truck, and Princess was in the truck with him. And Zach said he had to pull Princess out of the truck away from Gary.
Loved him.
If he went to the bathroom, she was behind him. She was his little black shadow.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
When the floodwaters receded, the Southeast Kentucky Chamber of Commerce sprang into action, announcing grants to help businesses recover from the disaster. Robin spoke with the Chamber about that program, as well as one of the businesses that benefited from the program.
This past week, the Southeast Kentucky Chamber of Commerce granted monetary awards to local businesses affected by the flood. President Jordan Gibson shared the details.
Very shortly after the floods happened, myself and the board really wanted to get together and see how we could help folks get back to work. So that's how the Back to Business grants came about, and we wanted to do it as quickly as possible. So in just about 2 weeks, we were able to make $25,000 available and get that money out the door. Since that time, we've actually opened that back up, or we received additional funding, actually. We had a member of ours reach out to us and wanted to help themselves. So an anonymous member gave us an extra $3,000. So in total, we've had just over $28,000 go out to 31 businesses, which has been great. Those folks represent about 240 employees here across the region, And so to be able to keep those folks employed, give them hope that their storefront and their work's going to be, coming back and be able to continue working and living here. It's really important to us to be able to help.
The businesses are spread throughout Floyd, Knott, Letcher, Martin, and Pike counties. One of the recipients was Greg's Custom Audio in Pikeville. Owners Greg and Tammy Tackett talked about how happy they were to receive the money and what they plan on doing with it.
We lost everything in this building.
But now it's definitely helped. The grant has helped us tremendously. You wouldn't think that you would need to buy bathroom doors because the flood hits it and they swell out and they don't work anymore. But the displays that's behind us, it helped with the displays on there. It's going to help some on the flooring that we have to put over here. So it has been a tremendous help, and we're very thankful to be able to get it, because when you're working and we don't have anything or very little coming in right now until things get back started, every little bit helps. Again, we're thankful and we feel very, very blessed by receiving it.
Awards were given to both members and non-members of the chamber. However, Tackett was happy to promote membership.
Our chamber is just wonderful for even thinking about doing this and having the extra money to be able to put back into the community. I mean, that's just, where do you see that at? That's just awesome.
Who does that?
So, but Southeast Eastern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, we have to thank them and give a big shout out to them also.
They are our
So
people.
if you're a business and you're not a member, you need to make sure you get a hold of those guys and girls and become members.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Robin Tillman.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you about a very special young boy who is working to bring a smile and comfort to young hospital patients as well as young flood survivors. We'll tell you his story when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
With this Mountaintop Sports Report for Wednesday, I'm Brittany Rowe reporting. Lawrence County claims the 15th Region crown for the first time since 2016. The Bulldogs will face Region 10 in the Boys Sweet 16 at Rupp Arena the last week of March. For the latest area high school and college sports news, remember to check us out at mountain-topsports.com or on Facebook, X, and TikTok. Reporting for Mountaintop Sports, I'm Brittany Rowe.
Hey, it's Kristen, Marketing Manager at Appalachian Wireless. Do you have a cracked screen? What about a failing battery? Don't stress. Appalachian Wireless has you covered. Our device repair service gets your phone in working condition fast. No need to send your device away. Get it fixed locally today. Stop by an Appalachian Wireless store today to learn more about fast and reliable repairs. Or visit us on the web to learn more about our deals and promotions. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
A 6-year-old Knott County boy is on a mission of kindness. Since September, he has been working to provide teddy bears to young hospital patients so they can have something to hold on to whenever they feel sad or scared or worried. And that effort has grown to include young flood victims over the past few weeks. Tonight, we meet Kyler Blaze and his Berry Kind beings. One Beaver Creek Elementary first grader is seeking to spread happiness and comfort to young surgery patients and flood survivors. Kyler Blaze France has been gathering and handing out stuffed animals to help others cope with fear and loss as part of his STLP project. So far, he has given out over 200 stuffed animals.
It makes me feel good that people has been happy and not scared. I'm going to give out 220 and I'm going to give out more. I've been giving them out at the Knott County Sports Lakes and at the HRH, and I'm going to give them to the Dollar General. I'm excited to go to state at STLP. My friends are going to be really supportive, and I'm surprised to do this. Be a Berry Kind beings, everybody.
Having experienced both an outpatient procedure and his home flooding at a young age, Kyler didn't want to see others suffer the same way he did. His mother, Brianna, says Kyler's kind and charitable nature have brought her immense joy.
I really can't describe it. It's beyond proud. At first, I was just excited because he wanted to be part of a team because he's a little rambunctious 6-year-old boy. But after I have saw him change his heart and want to give back to others just outside of outpatient surgery, it's just an overwhelming feeling of proudness and excitement for him. Nothing beats the feeling of seeing him also happy when he sees the kids just squeeze the bears. He tells me that all their sadness goes away, and being his mom, there's nothing that has made me as proud as him and his kindness.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Nick Collum for Mountaintop News.